Let's talk about what we talked about Monday. We had a list of guys who are about to be traded, and the dominoes have just started to fall in the NHL. The LA Kings, somehow, some way, convinced the Washington Capitals to take on underachieving center iceman Pierre Luc-Dubois. They traded him for a goaltender that they used to have, Darcy Kuemper. The Kings obviously have got an enormous problem in goal. They had an enormous problem contractually because Rob Blake gave Dubois a just ridiculous contract. Dubois is now on his fourth team in 5 years. He had 16 goals last season. He made $8 million, and he just did not look like he cared. He didn't play hard. He wasn't the physical specimen he used to be. So this guy's gone from Columbus that got tired of the act, went to Winnipeg that got tired of the act, to the Kings, who got rid of him after 1 year. Congratulations, Washington Nationals, or Washington Capitals. He's your problem. He's Rob Blake's problem, too, because Blake paid an unbelievable price. And follow me on this. So Rob Blake is looking for another goal scorer. Sees this 24-year-old, big physical guy who used to score goals in Pierre-Luc Dubois. So Rob Blake trades 4 for 1 to get him. Included was a second-round draft pick. Included was 20-goal scoring young center iceman Gabe Vilardi, veteran Alex Iafallo, and another prospect. Trades 4 for 1 to get Dubois. Dubois comes in here and floats through the season, does hardly anything. And so now Blake takes him and deals him to Washington for a backup goaltender who he used to have in Darcy Kuemper. I mean, Kemper's a journeyman. Is he okay? Yeah, he's okay. Is he going to be Vezina Trophy winner? No. So this is the all-time worst transaction that Rob Blake has ever made in the history of being general manager. Now I think he's got a good team. Maybe Kemper's going to solve the ongoing goaltending problem. But he traded 4 for 1, gave him an enormous amount of money, and then he had to dump him to take back a guy he didn't want a couple of years ago, and he let him go. To me, that's really strange. The second big trade was Jacob Markstrom, big goaltender, $4 million a year. Calgary trades him. He goes to the New Jersey Devils for a number 1 draft pick and a young defenseman. Now, I have a problem with Calgary. I don't know, are there any fans left in Calgary? They've traded all these players away, the Flames have. They've dealt away Matthew Tkachuk, Johnny Hockey, Johnny Gaudreau, Sean Monahan, now Markstrom, and Chris Tanoff. They traded the 5 cornerstone players of their team. Now they got low budget, don't have a hell of a lot of talent. I don't know if there's any hockey fans left in Calgary to root for that team. How can you keep dealing your stars away? So we got the 2 trades, and that's the first of what I think will be a monster group of trades, because Monday I think we had 5 goaltenders on the trade board that I was talking about. Mm-hmm. So 2 of them are gone, and then the Oilers. I mean, you talk about getting up off the floor. Holy cow. Now they got a game 6 on Friday night at home. You think they're crazy in Edmonton? Wow. Looney Tunes. Awesome. Yeah, it's going to be unbelievable. And Connor McDavid's got 44 points in 22 playoff games. And I'll tell you, Florida now has to be thinking about, are we doing the right stuff here? Because Florida keeps taking penalties and keeps putting these guys on the power play. Now they're starting to score. You know, the other game, they had a power play goal and a shorthanded goal, then the empty net goal to seal the win. Now suddenly it's got to be in the back of Florida's mind. How do we approach Connor McDavid and Draisaitl? And can we afford to try to rough them up if we keep taking penalties and they keep scoring goals with the man advantage and even scoring goals shorthanded? So Edmonton's right back into this thing, and I don't think Edmonton's going to get beat in Alberta on Friday night, which means there'll be a game 7 probably back in Florida on Monday night. So that's going to be fascinating to watch. And John Riley puts on his general manager's hat. It's going to solve the Kings and the Calgary Flames issues.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think I give Blake, Rob Blake credit for admitting he made a mistake and then just unloading a guy, because it was a sunk cost, the whole Pierre-Luc Dubois thing. Most general managers will stick with that guy and hope he turns around. So he cut bait quick and he flipped him for something that he needed. Are they a net loss? Yeah, but at least they're trying and he's admitting mistakes. That's good. But as far as the finals, boy, it's just good. It's just terrific. At first, I thought it was going to be, just over in 4 or 5 games.
It was almost over in 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, but if this thing goes to game 7, isn't that just going to be awesome?
That's spectacular. TV ratings are absolutely through the roof. So, Hockey Hotline is open. Oh, the O Canada Network is just starting to pile in. You got an opinion about what just happened with the Kings in Washington and Calgary, or Connor McDavid jump on board? Last topic on